What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see behind me, we've got a pretty crazy lineup for this week. We're gonna go ahead, show you the cars that are in here. Chad's gonna talk about them a little bit more. We're gonna get some driving clips of some of the cars, some exhaust clips, and then we're gonna go head over to auction and see how these cars do this week, and we'll give you a quick recap. So stay tuned. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, turn on your notifications, and we will see you guys in the next one. But for now, let's get into these cars that we have here. So all these cars you guys have seen in previous videos. We've got the 512 TR prototype. That's one of two that are known in the USA with their VINs. Drivable car, but it is a prototype. We got the SLR McLaren, and then obviously here we have the Aventador SVJ. So this one is a pretty clean example. It's got full body PPF, really nice spec. This is how I would spec one of these if I had one. Although I would take an SV over one of these, which we do have an SV for sale this week, which is really cool. But this specific car actually has 40,000 miles on it. So the previous owner definitely enjoyed it. So it'll be interesting to see what this car brings. And then next to it, we got the 918. You guys saw that last video. Chad talked about it briefly and drove it. We're actually gonna be selling it this week. So because last week was a holiday week, Chad decided to hold off some of the really cool cars until this week because we have such a good lineup. So you're gonna see a lot of cars this week that we kind of held off and waited with. Got STOs, a bunch of good Porsches, a bunch of Lamborghinis, Ferraris, really cool stuff. That's why the 918 didn't run last week. Holiday weeks are a little slow, but the 918 is going to run this week, so it'll be interesting to see what it brings. And if you guys don't remember, that's actually Russell Westbrook's old car. So pretty cool. And then next to it, we have this really, really crazy spec SF90. This thing is awesome. It's got a lot of cool options. You'll see Chad talk about that a little bit more. And then we've got another 992 GT3 RS YSOC package. Same color as the one we had last week, but this one's pretty much bone stock. The other one had some window tint on it, had some different wheels. This one is pretty much just stock. Really, really clean car, super low miles. The only reason we're not doing an in-depth review of this car is because we've kind of had a lot of them recently. And I know that sounds crazy, but you kind of start to get used to it whenever you have a bunch of the same type of car. We've got this really cool paint to sample Turbo S here, and then it's hard to miss this thing. Really cool Bronco that we got. Nice resto mod. This thing's, I mean, pretty much perfect. As you can see, the frame is like, everything's brand new. It's pretty much just a brand new car.
All right, today we have this SF90 coupe. These SF90s have really gotten beat up a little bit, maybe for good reason. Like the values have come off of MSRP, which, you know, for Ferraris are not always the case. I do feel like used, some of them now come down to a point where they're kind of underrated. This car to me qualifies. Like this is a really hot spec. I really love the bicolor seats. I was just talking about this the other day. I don't know when this started. I'm sure some people hate it, but I really like it. I just think it's cool. Everything is carbon, you know, all the carbon up front, contrast stitch everywhere, factory livery on top, all the factory paint is the yellow and the white and everything around. Just a really, really hot car. These option plates are always fun to me. So like this is one of the longer ones I've seen. Like there's kind of like one line, then there's two lines, and then like all the Dreamline special equipment stuff at the bottom. Like that's a ton of stuff. I think this car's stickered for like $850, $860 or something wild. I mean, this is just the coupe. Like if I was gonna buy a coupe and I could buy a used one and find one of these, like I would be in. I think they're great cars. Like they're really fun to drive, sit right in, easy to drive, and this one's super hot. Tomorrow we are selling an SVJ coupe. We have a SV coupe, an SV Roadster, an S Roadster, an S Coupe, and I think whatever you consider like the earlier, I guess the base Aventador, it's like a 13 or 14. And we're selling a Revuelto out of Cali. So we pretty much have every V12 modern Lamborghini available we're selling tomorrow at Manheim. So we're gonna have a real good view of, I guess, kind of how the market is and how they kind of settle down. Just like pre-market, what it seems is these SVJs have been really good for a while. They seem to be good. I was just telling Josh, like, I think this is my favorite modern Lambo. I do really like the Revueltos. They're awesome, but there's just something about like this shape, the way it looks, the way it drives, the sound for me is like kind of pinnacle. So I enjoy the SVJs. A ton of people like the SVs. Josh said he prefers the SVs. The S's are great. Even the old Lambos, like to me, there's something still sort of cool about getting in the original Aventadors. Really curious to see like kind of how they stack up tomorrow and compare. We're selling a couple of them here. I think a couple of them maybe in Dallas. I don't know. They're all over, but we'll sell them all lane 9, Manheim, Nashville tomorrow or Wednesday. Anyway, really like these. Love the style. This is a good one. Tons of carbon. It's kind of got the matte carbon, which I like on that. I like the orange accents inside. Doors go up, which is always good with me. So cool rig.
All right, guys. So Jimmy and I, we are in pretty much matching cars right now. We are gonna drive this thing over to auction, and I'm gonna give my quick thoughts on how this car is. So first off, I mean, it is an Aventador, so it does have terrible visibility. Luckily, these have front end lifts, and you really need it because the front end is actually really long. It comes to a point, and so I'm always nervous about scraping in Aventadors and cars like this, and also whenever you have stiff suspension. The rebound can be a little aggressive whenever you hit bumps, so. Anyway, got the drama of the single clutch, which I think is cool in a car like this. I feel like that's a characteristic that you want. We are gonna go ahead and just kind of cruise over there. I'll get on it a little bit, but obviously we wanna play it safe. But these cars are really cool, super aggressive. They definitely turn heads. Yeah, it sounds really good. I'll get the windows down here in a second so you guys can hear it a little bit better. I was telling Chad earlier, I'm more of an Aventador SV kind of guy. I don't know what it is about them. This is like, the SV looks aggressive, but I feel like it's the right amount. This is almost too aggressive to me. In a big V12 like this, there's a lot of low-end torque. Feels really good, obviously. You know, this is essentially the last generation of the V12 Lamborghinis that are just naturally aspirated V12s with no hybrid assistance or anything like that. It's definitely a special car. I'll roll the windows down so you guys might be able to hear it a little better. I wish we had a little more room in front of us, but unfortunately we don't. Yeah, it sounds great. Roll these back up. Get rid of the wind noise. This is about the most dramatic driving experience you can get. The single clutch, it just throws you back. It's just awesome. The sound is brutal. Obviously the SVJ gets a lot of praise for how good it sounds, and it should. It sounds incredible, especially when you throw an aftermarket exhaust on it. This one I believe has an aftermarket exhaust. It smells like it's catless. It might have high flow cats or something, but it does sound really good. The spec on this is great. It's a 10 out of 10 car. I wouldn't change anything on this spec. I love it. Despite the miles being so high, it's actually in very good condition, and I expect that it'll do well tomorrow. So, you know, whenever you have a higher mileage car, it probably won't bring as much, but there's also a market for that. Some people might want a driver's car that they don't have to think about the mileage they're putting on it, and this is the perfect candidate for that. So the Aventador feels great though. It's a true cockpit feel. The seats are great. I'm happy I got to drive it just a little bit, even if it's just over to the auction, but super cool car. Whoever gets this one is gonna be very lucky. Has full body PPF. Like I said, it already has the aftermarket exhaust on it. Nice ceramic tint, so it's cool in here. So really nice example, really cool car. Grateful to drive it. One thing I do want to note about the SVJ is that, you know, some of these cars that are more raw, you feel like you're paying more money for less stuff in the car. This isn't one of those cars. Like, you've got the carbon fiber everywhere, nice suede and Alcantara, CarPlay, the AC's good, heated seats. You know, it's got everything that you would essentially want, except for like maybe cup holders, which, you know, if I'm driving a car like this, I'm probably not focusing too much on the cup holders. But that being said, it is one of those things that most people are used to having, and so it is nice to have. Still, it's just one of those cars you feel like you're getting what you pay for. This is a good balance, I feel like, of super raw, the most hardcore version of the car you can get, while at the same time, it has everything you would want. I would never want to daily drive this car by any means. You know, that's kind of where the Huracans shine, as well as the R8s. But this is a car that you can put mileage on, and it's not super uncomfortable. The main downside, comfortability wise or driving wise, is definitely the visibility. But obviously, with this one having 40,000 miles on it, previous owner enjoyed it to the fullest extent, so good for them. One of these days though, I'm sure we'll be able to take one of these on a little bit of a longer drive and open it up a little bit more and hear it and have some more cameras set up. But right now, with the logistics side of things, it's just a little difficult to balance everything video-wise, but we're quickly figuring that out. You know, we're gonna have some really good content soon, especially with our move to the new building, which will be coming soon as well. So just in the time that I was gone at auction, another SF90 dropped off, and I believe that our Aventador SV Roadster is here. After this gets unloaded, we're gonna go ahead and kind of check it out, get some more videos of it. We might have Chad say some words about it, and then I'm gonna meet Richie over at the auction a little bit later today and get some clips of some cars. Might do some little pre-sale walkthroughs with Richie. And Colin has a really high-spec 488, so we're going to go over to auction, see if we can find that too, and get some clips of that car as well, because it's a really crazy spec. It's a 488, I believe it coupe, might be a Spyder, but the MSRP on it was like almost 500 grand, I think. So crazy money for a 488, but But anyway, we're gonna get this thing unloaded and we'll see how it looks. Also, sorry for all the background sound. I've got my mic on. Hopefully that's helping. But as you can see, we basically back right up to a concrete plant. So let's see, is it the SV? It is not. So it's actually not the SV in there. It's a Mercedes 190E that we have. So I guess we're still waiting on the SV. It's supposed to be here today. It might be dropping at the auction. If it does, then we'll go ahead and check that out with Richie here in a little bit. But we'll get this 190E unloaded and check it out, and then we'll hop over to auction. Like I said, this thing's really clean. A few weeks ago we had an Evo 2, and man, it was super spotless. And this thing looks really good. Got the Cosworth wheels on there. Just kind of walking around this one. Same thing. I'd say this is pretty much the same caliber of car. Looks really, really good. The interior especially is just pretty much mint. Let's see if I can brighten this up for you guys so you can see. There you go. Looks really good. So this really cool Porsche just pulled up. It's a Millennium Edition. So it's a 996, year 2000, obviously. Pretty cool car. One of those ones that's like, if you know, you know. Really cool metallic dark gray color. Really nice interior. Leather everything. Got the wood grain on the shifter and the steering wheel too. So really nice car. It's even got some carbon fiber over here on the door panel, which is cool. Numbered car. So they only made a limited run of these. I'm not sure exactly how many it is marked on the dash. The 996 tends to not get a whole lot of love, but I think they look really good. And with the prices of 997s going up so much, a 996 is really good value, and you get a very similar car for the money. We always get random stuff in here that's really cool. This is no exception. And actually, you might be able to see, I think our SV is pulling up right now. That SV graphic on the side is just so classic. It looks so good. Normally I'm not big on black cars, but the black with the silver accents just works on this thing. Wow. And the fact that it's a Roadster makes it even better. What an awesome car. You can see the yellow dash, looks great. I do like how the Roadsters look back here. The engine cover on the Roadsters is really cool. Has some nice contrast stitching on the interior that matches the SV badging on the side. Very, very tasteful. Love this spec. Super cool.
What's going on, guys? My name's Richie. I'm a buyer with DuPont. Came in from Florida to rep lane 8 for the first time, so wish me luck. Here with Josh right now. We're about to do a pre-sale walk around and show you what we're selling tomorrow. We have quite a few vehicles we're moving tomorrow. I think we're moving around 220 cars, maybe a little more. We got some big money stuff. We got 918. We got some GTRs, some Aventador SVJs, S's, big money Porsches. So this Lamborghini's going tomorrow. I'm actually a huge fan of the Huracans. I think they're great cars. This T-Spec GTR, which I believe literally has 76 miles on it. It's in that like emerald green color. I'm a big fan of green cars, so these excite me. This is a great car. This is like blue chip Apple stock right here at 60 bucks. So buy it tomorrow, put it away, and you'll thank me later and give me a % of the profits when you sell it. Z51 Rapid Blue Vet. These are always good. It's got that peanut butter interior. The yellow calipers, that's a good build. Big money build, GT2 seats, heads-up display. Those are good cars. M5, carbon ceramics. No, it's got the seal rotors. These are always good. These are great daily drivers. I know a ton of wealthy people that they could probably drive anything they want, and they go for an M5. I'd be in that camp. Porsche market's hot. They're just great cars. Can't beat them. Hold their value well. So this will be sold tomorrow. This one's interesting. Was it like a sand colored G-Wagon? It's a 24 with 12,000 miles. I could get down with that color. You're always scared to figure out what is, you know, what's not our car, you know? Like, why are these Fisker Oceans here? Like, why are these here? This is not our car, okay? But I will tell you a story that I paid the moon for a Fisker Ocean one time, and Chad was probably about to fire me. I paid like, I don't know, 50 grand, let's call it, way back in the day, maybe like a year or two ago. And literally, like the morning, Wednesday morning, they filed for bankruptcy. And I thought I was gonna sell the car for like 20 grand. But thankfully, we had a very good buyer out there that wanted to buy it, and they broke me out of it. So if you're watching it, thank you to that buyer. Dude, that's a true story. I love McLarens. I've driven like a lot of McLarens, and they're very go-kart type. Everyone says they have problems, all that. We all know about that. But if you get a good one, which some of them are good, most of them are good, they're great cars. This actually looks like a nice one. It's got the transparent roof. It's got the carbon exterior. So this is a fun car. This one too, Porsche GT4 RS, a rocket ship. I think it's way faster than a GT3 RS. I drove a GT3 RS for a day, a new one. I know it's gonna cause some problems, but was not very impressed with the GT3 RS. Underpowered car, but they look cool and they handle great. But this thing, I think it's got good power. GT500 with 7,000 miles, don't feel that. Painted stripe car, all these anniversary cars are painted stripe, carbon wheels. It's another blue chip, put away in the garage and drive it a little bit and you're fine. This car I bought, very rare color for a GT500. It's an 07 GT500. Bought it from Carroll Shelby's business partner. He had it in his collection. It's got 258 miles on it. They didn't make many in this. I think it's code yellow or code orange or something. Super nice car. It's literally in like the plastic manual. Love me Ghost. If I had to drive something like all the time, I would drive a Rolls. Like just a comfortable car. So this one's got like the painted pinstripe on the side. Looks like we bought it from a consumer. There's just good looking cars. Cayman, can't go wrong with a Cayman. Actually did European delivery on a Cayman S in Europe. Got to drive the Porsche around. A very good experience, would recommend. This thing is sick. An 882 mile GTR. Man, look at that interior. Let's see if it's open. Oh, it's our lucky day. Look at this thing. That interior is like a bluish gray. Get in here and get a look at this. Look at that, 2 keys. Look at all this. That's what you get when you buy a DuPont car right there. Still plastic on the door. That's hot. That'll be cool to sell this thing tomorrow. This is a regular GT3 that we're also selling tomorrow. Now, I would take this car for the price over a new GT3 RS. Call me crazy, but it's just me. I think this car, you get a lot more value. The RS is just, it's kind of slow. I'm not, for the Porsche lovers out there, I know you're gonna come at me, but it's too much money to RS. What is this, a 22 Carrera convertible? It's an S. I like the brown top. I know, call me 90 years old. I like the combo. Call me weird. I think it's a great looking car. The red calipers, sport design wheels. I mean, that's a good one. Oh, Turbo S, manual? PDK, don't delete. 997 Turbo S. It's got ceramics. That was a big option back in the day. Tan interior. I like the black and tan. If the car's black on black, I call them blah on blah, the color combo. So I like the bright colors and stuff. I gotta show you this van though. I'm just getting flashbacks. I bought a VW bus once. Also thought I was gonna get fired, but the VW bus was like done so well. I mean, it was a frame off restoration. This one is done really well also. These are cool. If you have kids and want to drive around and have fun, go for a VW bus. And this guy right here, a Speedster. Woo! You're gonna do this one. Yeah.
Before we talk about this one, we had to put the top down on it. These cars are manual tops, so. All right, I had to hop on camera for this one because Richie's a certified GT3 and Porsche hater today. So I'll run you through this one. I geek out on 911s like this, kind of like the 911R we had a few weeks ago. Same type of thing. The 911R was a 991.1. This is a 991.2. And this came out in 2019. It was the last year that they made these, and this was kind of the last variation of the 991 that they made. These are definitely going to appreciate. They're already, you know, worth a good chunk of money. Manual transmission, all the right options on this one. The red and black looks really good. They made 1,948 of these. And the reason they did that is because the 356, whenever they could start making that, or something with the 356 was in 1948. That was kind of just a tribute, or this car is a tribute to those cars. So that's why they did that. 911R is a little more rare, but these are a little bit newer. Obviously the styling's pretty cool. It's definitely very different. It's not like your average 911 that you're going to see that has a drop top. There's really no backseat at all on this. It's kind of like a 70th anniversary special car as well. So these are numbered cars. This is number 678. There's a little plaque right there behind the seats, kind of in the middle. Really, really cool cars. Has the same engine as a GT3. So you have that level of power, which for Richie apparently isn't enough. Still fun in these cars. A lot of lightweight components on these, carbon body panels, titanium exhaust, things like that. So really cool car, really special. I think these are one of those cars that's probably, you know, a pretty safe bet if you're gonna buy a Porsche to keep and drive a little bit and hope that it appreciates, but you don't see these often. So yeah, lots of cool 911s recently. A lot of cool, rare stuff has been coming through. Awesome to see it, and we might take it for a quick spin around the lot or something real quick and see how it is. So yeah, we'll let Richie do that and see if we can persuade him to enjoy this car.
See what we got here. And guess what? I know all you haters think I can't drive stick. I could drive stick, okay? First time in a Speedster. Shout out to our buyer Herender for buying this. Really can't get on and around Manheim here, but oh, we gotta put the exhaust on. Definitely a smooth transmission. All the Porsches honestly do have a very smooth gearbox. I will say that about the Porsches. They have one of the best manual transmissions. I like BMW manuals, but the Porsches have a great transmission. This one has the buckets too. Everyone says they're a little uncomfortable. They seem fine to me. Yeah, this car on a back road and not on Manheim's parking lot would be definitely a good time. All right, we got on a little bit. It made a little noise. Just your average Porsche, you know? I don't know, what is this thing, like 400 grand? If you've never been to a Manheim lot, you know, there's really no room to go full Ricky Bobby anywhere. Gotta let the Manheim people go. Don't want to get sideswiped. Then I'd be going to McDonald's for a job. Steering's nice and light. It turns in well. Right into this parking spot here. Right in back of this sick GTR. That's a wrap. All right, guys, that pretty much covers the walk around here at Manheim, Nashville. We have cars like all across the country. We got cars in Riverside, California, West Palm Beach, Pennsylvania. So not everything is here right now. They're all scattered. First time repping Lane 8 tomorrow, so hopefully that goes well and I can come back on camera. But thanks to the dealers, and we'll see how Lane 8 goes tomorrow and 9. All right, so we're pulling out and they parked our cars kind of in a weird spot here, and there's some really good ones here. This is a 17488 that our buyer Colin bought. Shout out Colin. This is a great spec car. It's got carbon exterior, the seats, it's got the good seats. This is how you tell a good Ferrari here. Look at that build plate. Now, I bought a Ferrari one time that literally only had one item. So, you know, this is a good one. And it's like that white diamond paint. Does come with the factory wheels, I believe. I think we have them at the office. We got some Vossens on here now. And this car came from a private collector, carbon exterior. It's a Spyder. 2 Z06s, they're not ours. The one Z06, this is our Z06. A 18 carbon competition seats, that's good. Let's see, it looks like maybe 2LT, maybe a 3LT. Oh. But guys, this one is open, and look at that. It's got a handshaker. So these C7 Z06s with the manuals are just really bringing good money, and they're good cars. They're fun, engaging vehicles. Definitely when Richie Rich makes some money here, gonna have one of those in the garage. Is this McLaren ours? They got our cars always scattered at every Manheim auction across the United States of America. Yeah, I think this is our car. It's a McLaren GT. Super nice. They're good value cars. Again, with the Cayman GT4 RS, Y-Sock pack with the carbon hood, the buckets, the magnesium wheels. This has steel rotors, carbon exterior. I think they're great cars, the Caymans, like especially the 4RS. We got a nice yellow one here. Which one would Richie Rich pick, the yellow or the white? What do you think? I'm gonna go with the yellow. The bugs love yellow. And it's got the comfort seats, which I'm okay with. Again, carbon exterior, but I like the bright color cars. But all right, so we're heading back to the office because we gotta prepare for tomorrow. right, guys, Wednesday morning. Gonna rep the whole lane 8 today. We got some good domestics, GT500s, some trucks, Broncos. First time repping the lane, a little nervous, but I think I'll be okay. And we'll see how it goes at the end and see if I can sell every car, or most of them. Okay, first time repping a full lane by myself. I started buying for Chad a couple of years ago, bought like 10 cars, then I bought 40 cars, and this month I bought 100 cars, or last month I bought 100. Then they were like, oh, can you rep a lane? And I'm like, sure, I'll try it. So I was by myself today in lane 8, and it went pretty well. I was a little nervous at first, but once you get in the groove of things, it gets a little better. There were a couple cars that I thought I short sold, but there were a couple cars that I was also happy to sell. Just some good dealers of ours. So appreciate the dealers. What else? We sold probably 90%. I think we had like 125 cars in lane 8, which we've been building up that number week over week. And one of my favorite cars we sold today in lane 8 was a 2010 Mustang GT500 we have parked over here. We also sold a Camaro 1LE that was really nice, some good Z06s. A lot of the domestic cars are in lane 8. I like selling the cars quick and making sure there's a deal or two here and there. But overall, really good day in lane 8. I think I will be back again, hopefully. We'll have to hear from the big boss what he thought. So maybe throw some comments out there if you were a dealer, how I did. I'll take any criticism. So that's really it. We'll see you next week or maybe the week after.
All right, quick post-sale recap. Big sale today, 2 lanes. Richie did 8 today. We sold domestics in 8. We sold, what, 80 or 90 over there. Then we sold 180, I think, in 9. So that's 270-ish total. I know 9 was like over 100K average. So I'd say we sold $26, $27 million of cars. It's probably something like that. I'll check exact later. But I know Richie did 8 recap, so I'll let him cover that part in his video. But 9 was good. I mean, the big story of the day, I guess, like we did sell this $2+ million 918 Spyder. I'm pretty sure it's the most expensive car I ever sold at Manheim. Maybe not, but it's definitely up there. But it got sold today. The car's all there, private owner cars, previously owned by Russell Westbrook. We got the service records. It had the major service last year. Sold it. Sold these SF90s. Have an idea. Sold it. Sold that SV Roadster. Have an idea. Sold it. And then there's already started the new stuff for next week came in. We got 2 Stradales coming in, another 190 Evo again. Another Skyline GTR, some Porsches and stuff, I'm sure. So sold a ton. We had bought a ton, so we had to sell them today, and we did get them sold. Got a lot of stuff incoming. Overall market seemed the same. Like it's good. Like it's a good market in my opinion. The exotic stuff, everybody's asked about that. It's pretty good. You know, my instructions to my guys tomorrow just basically do the same thing. Like keep buying aggressively. Thanks everybody tuned in. I mean, there was a ton of attendance today. I know we hit over 509. I think 300 plus and 8. I'm sure there were well over 1,000 dealers online. So we really appreciate it. All the guys who bid on a $2 million car at Manheim, thank you. I know that's a different thing, but really appreciate it. Fun day. And now I'm just tired and exhausted and hungry, so I'm going to get some food. So see y'all later.
Did I want to write to McDonald's?
Oh, yeah. Richie, what do you got?
Okay.
You got to say something, bro.
No,
Richie, your thoughts. Put your money. We can add it in there. We'll clip it in the back.
My thoughts?
Yeah, quick thoughts, Richie.
Selling a $2 million car at Manheim plus.
Pretty wild.
It was wild. I mean, I walked into this little warehouse we got going on here, and I was like, oh my God, we got some big money cars in here.
Y'all sell Richie your $1 million rides.
Yeah, I'll buy
You got
them.
a 918 Carrera GT F40 or something.
I'm certified in buying all the $1 million cars. Just send them my way.
Pretty big week this week, so lots of cool stuff. You heard Chad and Richie kind of give the final little breakdown of what happened this week. So overall, I think pretty decent week. Chad alluded to it, but we've got a couple challenge Stradales that are here, and I love those cars, so we'll be sure to make a feature video on those. But yeah, cool stuff this week. We'll have much more cool stuff next week, I'm sure. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.